Guys must keep your arm raised for 1 hour. You will not know the time. You have to count in your head. As soon as 1 hour passes, you must step off. The first person to step off, right as soon as the 1 hour passes, wins immunity. Stand up. Stand up.
Like if one person, okay, so you said it can go over an hour. So if someone does like 59 minutes and one person does an hour and 1 minute, is it the closest without going over?
If it's 59 minutes, you're out. It has to be 1 full hour has to have passed
Okay, so
in the challenge.
so it's the closest without going under.
Closest without going under, that's right.
So I have to go over.
You have to go over an hour, that's right. Okay, first person to stand up after 1 full hour has passed. All right. Survivors ready? Go. Yeah, if your arms drop, you're out. So they're allowed to switch arms. Yeah. Rachel wins immunity! Yes.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
I was getting up to go get the idol.
Rachel, you have 1 immunity.
I was literally getting up. I'm off. When I heard the camera start, I'm like, something's happening. And I thought they were going to walk around. Holy.
I literally had 5 minutes.
I thought you were going to yell at me, Tyra. Rachel is out of the challenge!
I'm literally like, are they filming us or is it here an hour? And I guess wrong, so.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I can't. This is that.
Please.
I was like, where did Lori go? Lori's looking for the idol, and then I lost count because I started thinking. And then I was like, I'm getting up right now to go get the idol right now.
Also, I got like flaming my arms because of the mosquitoes.
All right, congratulations, Rachel. See you at the final 6 tribal council, which will be tomorrow morning.
Oh God.
Oh my
Praise
god.
the Lord Jesus. Good job.
Yeah, way to go.
I was at 58, so I'm like, yeah, like
Time to sleep.
I had the fact that I won immunity like was such a freaking fluke. It wasn't even like on my radar to win immunity, and I'm glad I did because everyone here, even my alliance, is probably crapping their pants.
You're my final 2. You're my final 2. So I'm not gonna throw you under the bus. I'm not gonna throw you under the bus either. Okay, cool, great, good. So I wanna know, like, how can we stir this up even just a little bit? Like wanna go look for an idol or like something like that. I don't know. I wanna cause some chaos at this point. Right. Sure. Grab a lantern. It was just so the lanterns are sucky. I know they are. So bad.
Casey, how long have you been here for?
Apparently like a half hour because I got really fucking fast. Dude, that's so bad. Congratulations, Rachel.
No. Wait, so how far off were you? Do you know?
Probably like a good 8 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I was counting wrong. Because I'm a fucking idiot and I didn't realize there were 60 minutes in an hour.
What were you counting?
I was going like 5 minutes, and then after I would count to 60, I would immediately put up another finger instead of counting to 60 and then putting up the 6. You know what I mean? So I was taking a minute off of every time. Then I was like, "You're an idiot. That's not how you count time."
Yeah,
actually
well-
counted time better than all of us.
Well, I guess. And then I was leaving these. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then I forgot what I was counting that, and so I started counting the grass.
Oh, I alternated my arms at what I thought was every 10 minutes.
I just did.
Turns out it was every 5. Oops.
When he called my name, he was like, "Rachel," and I was like, "Well, she didn't yell her name when you got up."
I swear, I heard
Yelling
the
at
camera
me.
turn on. I'm like, they're getting ready
I
to
thought
like
he
film
was
us or
yelling
the
at me
challenge
because
is
I got
almost
up
over,
and
and I
he was
didn't
like,
listen to my
"Rachel!"
instinct because
And
I
I
heard the
was like-
da-da-da.
Well, I don't know. We could like start at like 10 minutes before. You really
Am I
don't
not
know.
allowed
Well,
to get up?
no,
You
but
literally
like,
said to get up. Then I started thinking, why did she drop out so early? And then I was like, the last like
I didn't
5
even know
minutes.
she'd left.
The last 5 minutes, I was thinking, what do I do? Do I keep counting? Do I wait for?
I bet you it's really
I was waiting for one of them to get up and then get up either before them or right after one of them.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, if I get up, I was like, make a decision. You get up right now and go follow her in the woods and get that immunity idol. Or you still lay here and you have no fucking clue what time it is.
Okay, yeah. So we gotta go look
Dang.
for it because I
Yes,
bet you
you
it's
do.
really
Yeah, she got the lantern, so.
You have, let's
Yeah.
go look for that idol.
So I have like 2 beads and a feather.
And where's that thing that I found? Is it still in there?
Oh yeah. So if worst comes to worst,
They're out there hunting for something.
I know they're getting the idol. Like they're all out there together. They're making sure that we don't get it. Like it's one of us, and they're making sure that they for sure have all of the numbers. Like I asked if I could come with them, and they were like, "Well, maybe you should buy your own flashlight." I mean, we can go out there with
bitchy.
them, but I'm like, I mean, they're bitter about this, the whole like thinking they were gonna get wrong, but obviously, like,
Yeah, but
I know.
even when our people were voted out, or even when we voted their people out, did we act like assholes? We were not rude. We were humble. We didn't act like assholes.
no.
So, and we definitely didn't come back and start cheering in the camp. We
Yeah.
stood around uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
we're real sorry that just happened. You know.
I mean, I genuinely like everybody,
Right.
but there are certain things that you can like, just
Stacy, was I being an asshole?
Huh?
Was I being an asshole?
It's a smidge.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was just excited. That was like the first vote that like went my way.
No. Well, I mean, the Aleem vote went your way.
Yeah, but it wasn't. That was like unanimous. This is different. It was like
Except for 2
we
votes.
finally did the line.
So did Rachel tell you about it, or
About
were you
what?
guys as surprised about the idol?
Oh yeah, we knew.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that's good, and that's good play. That's fun. Is that
Oh,
your
yeah.
flashlight?
This should do the trick. All right.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, and they took both lanterns too, didn't they?
Yeah.
They took both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they should give one back.
I
You'd
mean,
think.
All right, I'm gonna go tell them to give one back.
Well,
That's
we just
not
bought a
nice-
flashlight, but you know,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
but I mean,
we're waiting
we-
for it.
there's-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely. I know. Obviously, now we know who like the target. Me, you, person.
Right.
Seems very much like that.
Targets, you three.
Yeah.
I mean,
more or
it's.
less.
I mean, if we're still tribal lines, wow. Final six, we're still saying that. It's like it's 3-3 technically.
I know, and I know,
it's like-
but it's I mean, that whole thing, and I know that I feel like you and Taylor bonded through
Yeah, we
like all of
have.
your experiences, but I mean, at least at the last tribal,
We voted Rachel.
well, you voted Rachel, like we said we were. And I know, like, I mean, you guys got out what we had previously talked about. So, I don't know where that leaves us, I guess.
Well, I still really like you too.
Oh, I like it.
Like, I will always like you too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
And
wondering if there's like
I'm saying
in
you too.
okay, that's
Yeah.
a good point.
Mm.
I
But
mean,
I mean, like, I don't.
how much?
You're one person, is what you're saying, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like we're still playing.
Because if you think about it, one's immune. If they play the idol on one and we vote the other, all immune in a rock draw. And if we vote the one who gets the idol played on, whoever
Yeah.
they vote for is gone. So we need to find that.
I know. So that's
And
great.
the only reason I thought it was scenarios because I did it in an online game before.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. Tell me about your little plan.
Well, it's not a plan that's gonna. It's a worst case scenario that they could do. Because if they find the idol, if like Rachel, Taylor, and Keegan find the idol, one's immune. They play the idol on one. Even if we vote the third, all three of them are immune. That would. Okay, this is a flashlight. Hold on. That would be a nightmare. Because then the only people available for the rock draw would be the two people between me, Stacy, and Lindsay that didn't get votes. So that's something that they might try to do. Because I've done it before. But that would rely on them finding the idol. But it's like if we vote the person who has the idol, then the person they vote goes home. Otherwise, it's going to go to rocks between the other two. So I don't know if that made sense, but
That made perfect sense. But okay, but what can you even do about that though?
rather betray or find the idol. If we find the idol, then we don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, I have to think long and hard about who I vote. Because I don't want to go home.
this shit out, baby. I don't know what time of day it is right now. It's probably fucking at least 1 in the morning. We've been looking since we got back from the challenge. It's 9:30, around that time. 9:30 to 10 is when it got dark.
After tribal council, we pulled off like this major vote of David, who was like, in my opinion, one of the like obvious front runners of the game. Like, there are people that are playing behind the scenes and under the radar games that like I think people are underestimating, but he was like the obvious winner, I would say. So it was nice to finally have a vote go our way the way we had planned it to be. Like, yes, the Aleem vote went our way, yes, the Lexi vote technically went our way too, but they weren't our vote. Like, they were the other alliance sacrificing people that they really didn't give a shit about, which is shitty to think about. But so that's why we were so happy. And then going into that final 6 immunity challenge, which was like, so like, we're already delusional because we're like not eating, not sleeping, so of course you can't count properly, which is why 4 out of 5 of us were still lying down well over a minute or an hour. So anyways, Rachel ends up winning immunity by a fluke, and we all like book it back to camp because we know that that idol had just been played. I'm pretty sure that it was the merge idol that was found, and we know that it's going to be rehidden because it can be played up until final 6. So we figured that it was going to be rehidden because of like the dramatics of having an idol at final 6 with 3 versus 3. And we did not stop looking, I swear to God, until what at least I thought was like 1:32 in the morning. In the pitch dark with flashlights, looking under logs, looking in trees, like, and you guys probably don't have an idea of how big this forest is, but I have never been in a forest this big and this open with so many different hiding spots, let alone in the dark. Like, I have no idea where I am.
And so last night, right after the challenge, it was just right after the challenge, there was almost no time. Rachel just is like, all right, I'm gonna go look for the idol. And so Taylor and I were like, okay, guess that's what we're doing right now. They took both the lanterns, they pissed off the other 3, and I bought a flashlight, you know, because my flashlight was a lot nicer than the lantern. But man, we were out there because the sun went down like a little bit after the challenge. So I'm assuming it was like 9:30ish or something, and man, I have no idea how long we were out there looking for idols. I felt we looked like everywhere we possibly could have. We went like so far on the trails that we hit like the private property signs, like, and the out of bounds like areas, like just so much. And I mean, what a relief it was to find the idol. Like, honestly, I wasn't getting my hopes up because we were just like struggling so hard to find the idol, and I was like, all right, we're just gonna have to go into this vote, you know, rocks 3-3. But we just kept going, and we kept going, and you know, pulled a little something out, and it was just that moment for me was just so amazing. Like, that was the most secure and the most like just like confident and like good I've felt about this whole game so far, just knowing that like me, Taylor, and Rachel are just guaranteed to do whatever we want for the rest of the game. And the crazy thing is that like nobody on that side knows that Rachel has her legacy advantage that she can use at final 5, which is going to be an extra vote. So like I don't even know if that even matters is the thing. It's just like we're so secure right now. We're all committed to going final 3 with each other. Taylor, I'm committed to going final 2 with Taylor. I wouldn't want to sit next to Rachel.
It is a very rough day. Hopefully we can both stay somehow. Yeah, my sister's like, Kristen, don't do it. Kristen, don't do it. 'Cause she's gone to rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
My sister is probably, she's gonna scream at me like, you fucking idiot. You know our family is bad luck.
Oh, that's funny.
But that's all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm different from my sister in some respects.
Well, it sounds like it from the way you've talked about her.
I haven't talked like bad. Or,
No, but you've talked about how your personalities are different.
well, our personalities are very similar, but we have like different trains of thought.
Right.
For a lot of things, if that makes sense.
Well, you were talking about, you're the sunshine and she's the cynical, and
I mean, I'm a little cynical, but yeah, that's why I have a son.
Yeah.
My sister has a man.
yeah. Is hers small like that too?
Yeah. We got like matchy. It was only $60, so we're like,
Nice.
yeah.
I have a giant tramp stamp. Before they were called that. And so Rachel won. But regardless, we are kind of at a 3-3 split. I'm willing to go to rocks. I feel like we're really close to people. So I'm completely willing to go to rocks. I would prefer that if they're looking at sending somebody home between me and Lindsay or Lindsay and Kristen, I would prefer that Lindsay stays because this is her first game. So this is her first experience, so I would like for her to be able to go as far as she can. I've already told all of them on the other tribe that if I would like her to stay over me, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I know I'm willing to go to rocks. Lindsay said she's willing to go to rocks for me. Kristen has said if they vote for Lindsay, she will flip her vote to Lindsay. So I did let Lindsay know that, so. And then Lindsay said if they vote for Kristen, she will flip her vote to Kristen. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out. It's just kind of going to be a hot mess and kind of a wait and see. I shouldn't put my arms up.
I feel like my sleep got progressively better.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I got less sleep last night, so I wouldn't say it was the best. But like, yeah.
It's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So I guess like moving into this vote, I feel like you and Taylor are pretty united front. And I don't know, I've run through scenarios of what like you guys would do in my head, and it seems like the best option is like you would think that I would be most likely potentially to work with Rachel. And what I told Taylor is that I see that too, because like Stacy and Kristen don't have to talk to her about anything.
I mean, Rachel says that all the time, right? Like,
Yeah, and they legitimately don't. And what I wanted to like tell you guys is I feel like I'm your potential for a smoke screen when it comes to that. Like, for something where if Rachel's trying to pull something sneaky, or like trying to get like move these strategies around, I see right through her. Like, I don't trust her. I trust you. Like, there's no reason for me to trust her. And I trust you more. Like, I don't like Taylor I don't trust, but I ultimately I would guys like I trust you the most. And so if there's anything that I can say, I would say that like there's an option where I can be smoke screen, like I'm working with Rachel to hopefully get her off her game, make her feel comfortable. If she can feel comfortable. Yeah.
okay.
So I don't know, that's all that's
No, like,
I obviously assumed like what you guys were thinking, but
There's
I wanted to
probably about 15 different scenarios that could play out. And I know for me, there's only really one that I would actually vote for one of the people in my alliance in a revote, and that would be, people in my alliance are Stacy and Kristen. I trust Keegan and Taylor and I trust Keegan the most, but ultimately, I'm going to vote for Taylor. I'm going to stick with my alliance, and if that gets me voted out, it gets me voted out. But ultimately, I feel like not even based on what people have told me, but gut feeling and what I've brought to them, I think that most of Rachel with the immunity necklace and Taylor and Keegan is such a tight duo, and still seemingly working with Rachel. It seems like I have a potential to move on at least for one more round.
Taylor and I have been talking and stuff, and I think we're keeping our minds open to tribal and stuff. We're gonna keep it relatively open. We have an idea of what we want to do, but we are keeping it relatively open. But if they're
if I'm in danger, just let me know if I need to swing for the fences, because I just don't want to go home.
I'm not gonna write your name. I promise.
Okay. I don't know whose name I'm writing between you two's name. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
if you want to be.
I think people have seen you and Taylor as a duo also, not like a super power duo or whatever, but I know Rachel has brought that up to me before, and I know she's I mean that's part of the reason I think why she was pitching to get you out, right?
Is she still pitching to get me out?
I don't know.
Is she up in the air? You don't have to say who she's pitching, just say if it's up in the air.
It's relatively up in the air. We like I said, we have a plan. But we're keeping our minds open going into tribal. But right now I don't plan on writing your name down.
So Taylor looked at me and she said it's not going to be a rock draw, which means they'd rather have an extra vote or an idol of sorts. And so at this point I'm just hoping that what I've done makes it to where they don't want to vote me, because this is a game of perception, and I feel like I've done it. Obviously they've been mad at me for keeping them out, but in comparison to the other three, I feel like I've been purposely kind of downplay my ability to win, and I'm hoping they keep me for that. And also with the last tribal, I pitched to them that listen, I was told to vote Keegan to give David a chance, and I didn't do that. I hope that you see that's me extending the olive branch and stuff, and I'm hoping that that move is what makes them want to keep me, because that's my only hope. And at that point I'm just gonna have to, I think it'll be a free-for-all, because I don't think anybody wants Rachel near the end, and then once Rachel's gone, it's really gonna be a free-for-all in my opinion, if I stay. But I've been trying my best to just anybody but me, which I know some people don't respect the strategy, but at this point it's what I gotta do.
Taylor, last tribal council was pretty crazy.
Yeah. I know.
Let's hear a recap from your perspective of that last tribal.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. The three of us have been on the bottom this whole game, along with Tony, and he's our fallen soldier of the four, and so it just gets so frustrating round after round for us to be given false hope, and then just oh, you know what, it wasn't the right timing. So last tribal council, a lot of my aggression and anger towards David was just frustration built up from the game itself and it coming out in general, and I do apologize for the way that may have came off, but that vote was the first time that a plan that we had made had actually happened, which is why I think we were finally like relieved, because like yes, like we were in on the Aleem thing, yes, we were in on the Lexi thing, but like it wasn't our plan. So like it was nice that finally something that we had planned went the way that we had planned it to go. So yeah.
Stacy, give me your thoughts on from the other side about that last tribal council.
My brain is so mush. I have to think about what happened last tribal council. Well, I mean, David had a feeling that we needed to go with Keegan, and the rest of us decided no, we needed to stick to our guns and go with Rachel, and we probably should have listened to David a little bit more, so that was our fault.
Kristen, how about you? Give me your thoughts on that last tribal council.
Same. Ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah. Sorry. Very ditto. How's that?
Rachel, you won the individual immunity challenge. Could you just describe what the challenge was that you had to do, and then how you felt winning immunity?
The challenge was laying on your back for an hour with one hand raised in the air at all times, counting up to an hour. Whoever got to 1 hour or after won immunity. So, I decided, Stacy got up halfway through and I didn't think anything of it. And at the last minute I lost count because I wasn't counting correctly. I was at 80 minutes, which I don't know how I got to 80 minutes, and then I finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna go look for the idol. So I sat up, I put my shoes on, I tied my laces, crawled up to my knees, I got my jacket out, and as I was pulling my jacket, Gyra says, "Rachel!" And I'm like, what did I do? Wins immunity! And I'm like, you're freaking kidding me. Like, I was literally quitting the game because I was at 80 minutes and there was no way that was right. So, obviously it was a shock, but it was a good shock.
You stepped off at 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Wow.
I had like 5 minutes left.
I mean, the great part is I said, Keegan, how many minutes are in an hour? And he's like, 60, Rachel.
All right. So, Lindsay, after the immunity challenge, you guys got to camp. What happened?
Pretty much as soon as we got to camp, it was like, where are the flashlights? We're going hunting. And that was pretty much the rest of the night. Like, people have different strategies. They broke up into different groups. Poor Kristen over here is a little crippled, or something like that. So she stuck around camp, but ultimately everybody looked for the idol. Whether somebody found it, that's a big question. But all of us were out there hunting for it.
Right. And Keegan, for this vote, what do you hope to have happen? I mean, it's 3 original Batahan, 3 original Ula Ula. There's a possibility of a tie.
I mean, this is the 3rd time I've been in a situation where it's tied, or where it's even numbers, original Batahan, original Ula Ula. And there's been a lot of talking this morning, and I think we all have our own plans and our own desires, and I mean, ultimately, if it was 3v3, we would go to Rocks, and, I mean, I might as well just end the game right now, you know what I'm saying? Where is it? Alright, so we did find the idol last night, and...
Congratulations, way to go.
Thanks.
It was like 2 in the morning when we quit. But
So, I'm gonna play the idol. Oh,
Maybe.
okay. Yeah, no, I'll hold on to the idol for now. But, yeah, I'm gonna play it for myself, and I think y'all understand that. Rachel's immune, I'm immune. If it's 3-3, then Taylor is still immune. and if you vote for her. So all we're saying is, like, there's no point in voting Taylor, I guess. Just do whatever you want, because, you know, we have a feeling of how we're gonna vote.
Yep. Cool.
The last question I want to hear from all of you. How has your experience in Survivor BC been for you so far? Taylor.
Well, obviously, I think I've got like one of the craziest stories just because I came from first boot. So like, being able to actually experience the game is like it's like freaking awesome to me, actually. I'm not even bittersweet, like fuck, it's awesome. Because like I was first out like helping out in production, like some of these people around me are, like I've been in that position, but I also have wanted to be in this position. And so when I got the invite back this season, like it meant the world to me, and I wanted to come here and prove that I wasn't the first boot that I was in season 5. And I think that regardless of how like this game turns out, that I have proved that to myself, and that's all that really matters to me. So it's been awesome.
How about you, Stacey? Your experience in Survivor BC so far?
It's been fantastic. I've loved every minute of it. The highs, the lows, the ups, the downs. It's been great.
And Kristen, experience in British Columbia Survivor BC.
I don't know, it makes me feel like kind of a badass because I feel like I've had like the hurdle like with my knee and like other things and like all these hurdles, and I feel like despite that I've like tried to keep my head in the game, so I'm proud of myself no matter what.
Rachel, your experience in Survivor BC.
I think that this will go down as one of the greatest things in my life. Just being here.
Lindsay, how has your experience in Survivor BC been?
Yeah, same as everybody. It's really a great, wonderful experience that is really unforgettable. The people that are here, the experiences that we've all had, but also the tests we've been able to put ourselves through. You really don't get a whole lot of other chances to mentally push yourself, physically push yourself, and also be playing a strategic game, a social game, like all of the factors that we love about Survivor. And ultimately, this gives us a chance to see how it is and see how we would do in it. So I really appreciate that opportunity that I was able to experience that and see where I can go.
And Keegan, your experience in Survivor BC.
It's been a wild experience, to say the least. Yeah, I mean, I've been to so many tribal councils, and that means a lot of emotions have gone through my mind all the time. And I've had, like everyone said, a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and sometimes it's been difficult to try and just keep my head in the game and not like just get so overwhelmed and think that things are really just going the wrong way. But it's been, I don't know, definitely just proven to myself that I can do difficult things, and I can push myself further than I thought.
All right. Is there anything anybody else wants to say? And with that, it is time to vote.
I really don't know what to do right now because
We played the game on like two opposite sides, so it didn't work. But I respect you as a person.
I'll go tally the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the last time you can do so. Alright. The rules of Survivor states that if a player plays their hidden immunity idol, all votes cast against that player do not count, and the person with the second highest number of votes is voted out. This is in fact a hidden immunity idol. All votes cast against Keegan do not count. I'll read the votes. First vote, Lindsay. 1 vote Lindsay. Second vote, Taylor. 1 vote Lindsay, 1 vote Taylor. Third vote, Lindsay. 2 votes Lindsay, 1 vote Taylor. Fourth vote, Taylor. 2 votes Lindsay, 2 votes Taylor. Fifth vote, Lindsay. 3 votes Lindsay, 2 votes Taylor. Last vote. 11th person voted out, Survivor Rockrain Valley, and the 4th member of the jury is Lindsay. Lindsay, you bring your torch. Lindsay, the chart is spoken.
Well, you're going to now.
Final 6 was the last time idols could be played, so it's a free game. Back to you.